Welcome to Fantasy Legends, my name's Scott, and today we're going to start our Let's Play from Honor Fantasy. Right, first we're going to look at the 6 classes that you have here. You have 6 classes that you can choose from: Warrior, Thief, Monk, Red Mage, White Mage and Black Mage. Now the Warrior's mainly fighting, the Thief is obviously thieving but also got a great attack. The Monk's hand combat. The Red Mage, now the Red Mage is interesting because you've only got 3 spell slots that you can have for each level. Now, if you split between white and black magic, it causes a bit of a problem. Now, let's name our characters. Legend, that can be the first one. Thief we'll call Zidane, because that's just a traditional thief name. Then Yuna for the white mage, just because we like Final Fantasy X here. And Vivi, because Black Mage does look like Vivi. To be honest, Vivi was probably designed to look like that in the first place. Right, while the trailer's getting on, let me explain to you the magic system, like I was saying about the Red Mage there. The Red Mage has only 3 spell slots. Now, the problem is that because you've only got a choice between 3 spells, and there's 4 spells for each magic in the game, you're very limited in what you can choose, unless you, of course, have like 2 Red Mages in your party. So you'll miss out on a lot of good spells. So what I would suggest, especially for beginners, is to have a White Mage and Black Mage in your party. Now, as you can see, the graphics are quite more better than with want for a bit of a word, but they're much more improved than the originals, to be honest with you. Like you can see, the mountains are clearer than the original. Now, it's quite funny when you look at the story at the beginning of the game. It's very tropey. However, obviously at the time it probably wasn't a trope, because obviously it's being the first game. As you can see, we have 4 crystals, as it says here. And so there's no mistaking, we are the Warriors of Light here. Which the later games are a lot more convoluted than this story, to be honest with you. But I do like the crystal theme, and the 4 elements is quite good. And this is one of the original games to do this. And here's the controls for the mobile version. Now, I'm using the mobile version because that's the way the game was supposed to be played. Oops, I just went into town. I didn't mean to do that. So we'll quickly go and get equipment, because once we're in town, we're stuck in town. So we're just going to have to go and get our equipment. The game's considerably harder if you don't equip up, to be honest with you, just because of the way the difficulty curve works and the stats work here. If you don't equip, you'll just find the enemies a lot harder. And to be honest with you, the warrior makes it a lot easier, because he has a rapier at the beginning, which also the thief can actually equip as well. And what makes the warrior so good as well is you can use a chainmail, which obviously has a very high defense, making the enemies hardly hurt you at all at the beginning of the game. It makes the game at the beginning considerably easier. Now, as I was saying, I am playing on the mobile version. That's because obviously they were aiming at the mobile market, so I thought I'd just try it out this way rather than trying it on a computer. It'll run on nearly every computer, to be honest with you, as it's a very old game, and in terms of memory, it's not a lot. You know, you can run it on an iPhone 12 here, so it's not like, and you can run it on older models, obviously, so it's not like you need a lot of memory to play the game, which is a good thing. It makes it much more accessible. Now, as I'm getting these spells here, I'm choosing Cure, Dia, and Protect, and the reason is because Cure is great, obviously, for curing. Dia is for killing zombies and and undead, and Protect, obviously, it adds to the defense. Now, for the mage, obviously, I'll just pick the elementals because they're great. Focus I won't pick up this level. We're going to leave focus. We'll get sleep, because sleep's great for crowd control, as it sleeps every enemy. It doesn't just attack one enemy, it actually does all of them, whereas the elementals only go for one. So in that terms it's much better. Makes the game much easier if you get attacked by a mob of like 10, 15, which you can in Final Fantasy 1, which is surprising. Obviously in late games the enemies are much more reduced. I'm probably because of graphics, to be fair, because obviously they're not so pixelated. So the first 3 games though, you do get a lot of enemies, so you might even get attacked by 10. Now, as for this speech, what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave it on the screen. If you want me to read it out next time, what I'll do, I'll do that. But for now, I'll just leave it on the screen so people can read themselves. Let me know in the comments down below. Right, time to leave the castle. Let's go. Let's go on our adventure. Let's finally fight some mobs. Now, you do have to level up a bit in Final Fantasy 1. I would never suggest you go straight out to garlands, especially if you're inexperienced in the game. You'll get totally destroyed, to be honest with you. The level curve in this game is quite high for some reason. I'm not too sure why they decided to design it like that, but yeah, when you go up a level, your powers do considerably increase. The game gets considerably easier per level. One thing to note as well is that bridge being down. I don't know how they're trading here in this city, considering their bridge is the only way they can get off this island. So I don't know how they're getting their potions and their weapons and all that sort of stuff. But they let us buy them anyway, so you know. Also, you'll probably notice that the enemies look a lot better in this version, in my opinion. I'm not too sure if they look better than the PSP version. That I suppose is more personal preference. Depends if you're a purist or not, I guess, because it's closer to the original. I do like this version, but then again, I like the PSP version as well. And the extra added bonus to the PSP version is the equipment. Not the equipment, sorry, the extra dungeons and things like that. Now these guys are a bit hard. Oh, there's the name. Getting almost taken out there. Thank God. Let's heal him up. God, that was close. Though those unicorns are considerably harder than the goblins for some reason. It's a bit weird how they've sort of designed that in terms of balancing. Some of the enemies are considerably harder than others, like these, and there's no way to know how many you're going to fight of each. Just do a few more fights. Unfortunately, the enemies are very basic at the beginning of the game. As you can see, I'm literally just using attack 99% of the time. It does get a bit tedious, I guess, but then again, I'm a lover of JRPGs and it's all about the grind. We're level 3. Getting up there. We'll do a few more fights before we get on. What I would say about the random encounters in this game is that they are quite frequent, to be fair. It does make it a bit easier in terms of leveling, but when you're going through dungeons it can make it a bit tedious as well, because obviously if you're going through a dungeon and you're low on health or low on potions, then it's a bit of a nightmare in terms of having a preemptive strike or a strike attack, sorry, every like 2 minutes. Right, let's just go in there. Give up. Right, Chaos Shrine. Right, there's a few items here, so let's just go and grab them. I think there's a leather cap down there. Oops, why there's something new to fight. Take them out. They're not too hard. Obviously, we're leveled up to level 3. Like I said, if you level right in this game, the game's actually quite easy. We'll just give the leather cap to our warrior here, Legend himself, named after the channel. Nice free item there, free equipment. Oops, skeletons. Now we can see this deer work. As you can see, it attacks all, and it works on all undeads, which is brilliant. It's quite a good spell at this point in the game, to be honest with you. It's not essential. As you can see, it does a lot of damage as well to undead, but it's not essential, if I'm honest with you. There is a stronger version later on. For example, you don't have to get it this level. Yeah, the mobs are a bit stronger in this area, as you can see, but the warrior just doesn't take much damage now, thanks to his higher armor stat. And the fact that he's got that bit of equipment on makes him considerably tougher, so any attacks on him aren't likely to do much damage. And that's all they wrote. Another battle 1 and level 4. Right, potion, tent. Nice easy items there. They're nothing special, to be honest with you. You can skip them if you wanted to. Spider, let's take him out. But yeah, you could skip those items if you wanted to, if I'm honest. It's not like it would affect the game. To be honest, none of them would, even the leather cap. But obviously the leather cap costs a lot more gil. And the tents, if I'm honest with you, when you're so close to Cornelia in this case. Oh no, Zidane's down. That'll teach me for talking too much. The thief's down. We'll have to go and revive him. Now, reviving works different in this game, as you'll see in a bit when we get back to town. Because obviously you don't use Phoenix Downs. What you do is you have to go to a temple or a church sort of thing, and yeah, you just revive them from there. Right, almost back to the town. Let's just quickly go. Oh, see what I mean about the random encounters. And as you can see, it's not good when your health gets low. Sometimes the random encounters can be a bit punishing, shall I say. You can get very caught unawares in this game, unlike some of the later editions, like the later Final Fantasies. This game can be very punishing if you're not prepared, to be honest with you. As I've just learnt with Zidane getting knocked out. Bit of a rookie mistake, really. Right, like I said, you go to a little church here, I guess what you'd call it, and you just resurrect your guy. It costs 40 gil in this case. I think the price goes up depending on the town. It's either the town or level, but I'm quite sure it's the town. A bit like the inns, actually. There's a reason you should really sleep in this first town inn as much as you can, because it's 10 times cheaper than all the others. It's only 30 gil a night. Now, the reason I just rested there, if you were wondering, is because when you revive someone, they don't actually get full health. They only get 1 health, which can be very detrimental. obviously. Oops. Are those phone buttons. Nightmare. Sometimes I overpress. It might be just my big hands, or might just be the responsiveness of the game. I'm not too sure. Let me know if you guys have had the same problem. Can be a bit oversensitive sometimes, or even undersensitive in other times, I find. But it might be just the touchpad. I'd rather they had controller support, to be honest, even on the mobile version. But maybe they'll patch it in, to be fair. Because being mobile, they can just patch in things, mobile and PC. It may be one of the reasons why they went for console, but you can patch consoles, of course, as well. I think it takes slightly longer because I think you've got verification and things like that. Yay, level 5. Well, apart from Zidane. Right, let's go and take on Garland. Come on, Garland, give us our princess back. We're not messing around here. We're no one's lapdog. We're the 4 crystal warriors. What are you talking about, lapdog? We're not the king's lapdog. Right. Now, he's not too hard, actually, if I'm honest, Garland. He's more of a tutorial boss. He only has about, I think it's 220, 260 health, something like that. Would use a lot of spells on him with VV here. Use a bit of fire. As you can see, the animations are a lot better than the original, I would say, as well. With the magic there. Use a bit of thunder as well, why not? As you can see, the warrior's a beast now, doing a lot of damage. So to be fair, so does Zidane. Zidane's damage is up there. Oh, didn't even expect to kill him just there. That's how easy he goes down, really. As you can see, most of my guys are almost full health there. It wasn't even a challenge, to be honest with you. Save the princess. Nice fantasy trope there. Big castle and princess. and a king. Reminds me of Shining in the Darkness as well, back in those times. On the Sega Genesis, I think. A lot of the games in this era, were like this. Thank you, King. Yeah, now hopefully we'll unlock the northern area for us. It's a shame he don't give us anything else for saving his daughter, though. You'd think he'd be a bit more gracious, considering he has got a whole kingdom. Give us a bit of gil, mainly. She'll give us the loot here. Yeah, the loot. Useful. Later on. Alright. Let's get out of here. These are like superhero builders here. Can somehow build things in about 2 seconds. There is quite a lot of them, but still. I wish our roads would be like, built that fast. Potholes and marks in the road here take months, so. Not too sure the point of that animation, really. I suppose just to show the bridge being built and showing the importance of it, so the player knows to go to the bridge. But really, it's the only place you're going to go to, because it's the only place you can go to, really. Well, apart from where we've just been, the Chaos Shrine. Right, now let me just save the game. And yeah, I think that's all we've got time for today. So thank you for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe.